started our journey was when we were doing our short-term mission work, and I think specifically on one trip we had a layover in Amsterdam.
And we were so excited. We wanted to go out there, we wanted to go to Anne Frank's house, we wanted to see the canals. Both of us were just really, really wanting to go visit the red light district.
I think I was more like Cowboy Rescue. I wanted to buy a prostitute to take her to lunch. Again, I was really young.
And I was like, Kaylie, wait, we gotta talk about this. I'm not sure how this works. I don't know if two girls can just walk in and buy a prostitute. I'm just like, let's take a minute here, okay?
So we get to the red light district, and we actually got there not knowing because it's a vast part of the city.
It's a beautiful part of the city.
Absolutely, and it's treated with this normality that there's families walking through with strollers and young groups of teenage boys. And it's treated just like another street.
There's boats, so beautiful, going through the canals and bridges, and everything's cobblestone streets. It's very romantic.
Yeah, and again, injustice in different places looks different, and in some areas it's wrapped in a pretty bow. And we were walking through, praying with our eyes open, and I think what really struck us was this specific window.
We saw this very, very young girl who was dressed up to look like a teenager. And the two of us, again, not really talking to each other, just kind of looking at each other like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? I mean, it was clear this girl was very underage, and you know, her lingerie was like falling off of her. Like she didn't fit anything. She was underdeveloped.
And dressed up in the sense that the legal age to be sold in the window there at the time was 14 years old. Well, they were trying to get it down to 12. So this girl was dressed up to be 14.
It was very mind-blowing to us to see that, and then try to wrap our heads around, like, what is the attraction for an adult to a child? You know, it was just, we just had a million questions that were just went unanswered.
So a lot of the work that we'd done in the past was around, you know, anti-abuse and rape, and talking about purity and self-worth, and we were on our way to do a seminar on that. And I think that was one of the points where God really opened our eyes and broadened our horizons to know that there is so much more depth beyond, you know, this injustice, and that He had a lot further plans for us. So
He always has bigger plans.
Always has bigger plans. So we got on our plane, as difficult as it was, because again, we didn't want to be bystanders. We didn't want to be in denial. We knew that we had to do more. What we didn't realize was that He was just preparing us for what we were about to witness in Africa.